Robertson again at fullback. The one new face in the lineup is Brisbane East wing Wade Liddell. Mick Nanning, Kevin Henderson, John Steele, John Duffy and Danny Bruff make up the backs. Oliver Wilkes, Ben Fisher, Scott Logan at the front row, while Chris Armott, Ian Morrison and Ian Henderson make up the pack. Two new faces on the bench in the shape of Gareth Morton and Neil Lowe. They are joined by Andrew Henderson and Paul Jackson. For Fiji, here we go, the backs, Jared Hayne, Tadalala, Wes Nakwama, the captain, Koroi, Akila Uati, who scored that brilliant hat-trick against France. The half-backs are Groom and Bradley Kwalilawa. The forwards are Divavesi, Sukanavita, Vonamataratu, Sims, Tora and Jason Bukoya. On the bench for them, I'll say Sadro, Vaseli, Masile and Kaliove Naki. Well, we can cross now to our commentary team at Blue Tongue Stadium. It's Mike Stevenson and Ben Pro.
Thanks very much, Sean. An all-British semi-final qualifier could be the shock outcome tonight if the Bravehearts can emulate Ireland and book their place against the Irish by topping Group 2. Steve McCormack's men, though, as you said, it's a really tough ask for them. They need to win their second match against Fiji by 28 points to progress. It's a huge challenge for the Bravehearts after the Barty's emphatic dismissal of France in their Pool 2 opener. Remember, that French side beat Steve McCormack's men 36-18 9 days ago. Just a big crowd here in the Blue Tongue Stadium in Gosford. We wait for the national anthems before this match. You mentioned Steve McCormack's changes. We'll talk about those in a moment with Steve-O. First, just waiting for the national anthems. The Scottish side ready. The bagpipes about to strike up as we wait to hear Flower of Scotland.
At Blue Tongue Central Coast Stadium.
A rousing rendition of the Scottish national anthem, Flower of Scotland. Now it is the turn of the Fijians to sing their anthem.
The coast of freedom ever
another rousing rendition. Well, Ireland have already done what they needed to do and booked their place in the semi-final qualifier. Scotland with a much harder task tonight, that 28-point winning margin. And Steve McCormack, the Scotland coach, has made some real changes from that side that was defeated against France.
I think the most important thing about it is the fact that he's brought in normally the hooker Ian Henderson from the New Zealand Warriors. It's a pretty smart move as well, basically to the fact that he needs a little bit more control down the middle. He knows the qualities of Ben Fisher, but it also will rest on the two halfbacks, John Duffy and Danny Brough. Danny Brough had a fine exponent of the 40-20, and I think they'll have to start turning this Fijian side around time and time again to have any chance. They are the underdogs, but they will be lifted by the fact that Ireland have pulled off a magnificent shock win.
Ian Henderson moves too loose forward because of the injury to Lee Patterson. He's gone home with a damage to the anterior cruciate ligament, so that force really on Steve McCormack. Another problem for Duncan McGilvray. He has a stomach problem, but there are selection changes for the coach. Wasn't happy with the form of some of his players, and that's why the newcomers have come in. Leon Williamson of New Zealand, as he was against France, referees Scotland in their second match of the 2008 World Cup, and we are underway at Gosford. Fiji with the first hit up from Divar Vasey there, and Morrison immediately in there for Scotland alongside Scott Logan. The bagpipes strike up again immediately to give Scotland a lift, and they're really up for this in defence already.
Certainly are. Pretty good defence as well. They're moving as a unit. Of course, Fiji, they were so impressive against France. They never allowed the Frenchmen to get any movement whatsoever. Very quick from the play of the ball, though, of Fiji.
That was Sukan Aveta with a good run from dummy half. He's a danger man for Fiji tonight. Danny Brough waits in defence, but he's been exposed on this right-hand side, and they have an overlap. And Uarte is quick. Uarte got a hat-trick in his first match, and Uarte through the first line. It's a desperate tackle from Kevin Henderson. The ball comes free, and it's Samisi Tora who goes over.
It's a knock-on, they've blown it. They had a wonderful opportunity, and he went for glory. He really should have had the man on the inside. He should have passed, should have offloaded as well. The Scottish sliding defence was caught out very quickly indeed. Beautiful run there by Naguama. And then when he got it out to Uarte really should have looked for Jared Hayne on the inside. And when it came to the final pass, the full-back just could not take it in. Well, Fiji could have been off to a dream start. Naguama's sensational break down that right-hand side.
There's the man who knocked on to spare Scotland there, Jared Hayne. An early indication of what Fiji are capable of when they put the ball through the hands. Really dangerous side. 42 points to 6 winners against France. It was such an impressive display, 7 tries to 1. That is what Scotland are up against as they try to overhaul this 28-point deficit. This is Jared Hayne in attack now to launch this latest wave for Fiji.
We made the point that Danny Brough would be a key factor if Scotland were to win this game, and we saw on that occasion he's very good with a long kick, but he cannot afford to kick it right down the throat of Jared Hayne.
This is Ashton Sims for Fiji. And just as Sukan Aveta picked up, they have a penalty awarded by Liam Williamson. Ian Morrison can't believe that decision, looks nonplussed by the verdict there of the New Zealand referee.
Well, evidently the New Zealand referee, Williamson, has made it quite clear to both coaches and the players he will not have any messing around to the play of the ball. And you could see quite clearly there Ian Morrison interfering. Steve McCormack has got to send a message out that they've got to get their sliding defence a little bit wider, because it looks like Fiji, they're going to put this ball out wide on every opportunity.
Karoi plays the ball. This is Nick Bradley Kualalawa playing at standoff today.
Forward pass.
Forward to Vanamataratu. Threatening again Fiji. Knock on the first attack, and this time it's a forward pass there from Aaron Groom.
Well, Vanamataratu, he came a little bit too early there, and that's a big error, big mistake. But it's a danger sign for the Scotland defence. They're hanging back.
It was Nick Bradley-Qualalawa with the pass. Aaron Groom shown not to be too impressed by his teammates' contribution there. Fisher, one of the changes made by McCormack, and now a powerful run, this time from Ian Morrison.
This is a great advantage that Fiji showed against the French outfit, that not only one or two comes into the tackle, you'll watch for someone coming in late. They spin him around and he makes the target into the rib area.
McNannon, another starter this evening. This is Logan. Three of them get to him, but he's got a fantastic offload away there for Ben Fisher, who is alive to the possibility, continues the movement forward for Scotland. Ian Henderson desperate for the quick play of the ball, and the Fijian defence in the shape there of Aaron Groom slowing that play of the ball down. They knew that they were struggling to get back there, and so Danny Brough hammers this penalty into touch on the far side.
Interesting to see what Steve McCormack's tactics will be. Normally he was playing a very tight forward play down the centre of the field of play, then trying to get the link between Duffy and Brough. Will we see that again?
Fisher takes the tap and immediately finds Michael Robertson. The manly flyer there, tied up well by Nick Bradley-Qualalawa. Here's Morrison. Ian Morrison takes on Bonamataratu there. Bonamataratu in the scrum cap. John Duffy. That was Ian Henderson. Now it's Danny Brough stepping. Gets through the tackle of Bonamataratu. It's not the best pass, and Scotland going backwards for a second here. Eventually it's Oarte who makes the tackle alongside Aaron Groom. This is Chris Armitt for Scotland. Looking to go inside the 10-metre line on this next play. Short side play as well. Ian Henderson. And inside it could be the first try here for Scotland. Has John Steele got the ball down? Well, this could be a dream start for Steve McCormack's men.
Just check for the double move.
Leon Williamson is going to check with the video official, Stephen Clark. This could be a perfect start for the Scots. And John Steele scored a try against France. Has he got his second World Cup try?
All came about with a penalty, got them in a good position. I think he's got it down. I don't think there's any problems about this at all. Oarte not the best defence. And John Steele, I think, has scored the first try of the game. He's short there. Does he get it down with the left arm? Pretty hard to see on that occasion, but the video referee looks pretty confident. Not messing around. What will be the decision? Well, we couldn't see from that angle from the touchline. We didn't get one from behind the sticks, which would perhaps make it a little bit more clearer. I think they might give this.
Here is the decision from the video referee, Steve Clark. The try is awarded to John Steele, and Scotland have the perfect start in Gosford at the Blue Tongue Stadium. John Steele's second try of the tournament after his first international try in Canberra.
And this was a major reason why Steve McCormack, the Scottish coach, has put the former hooker Ian Henderson in at loose forward. He wanted a little bit more. There's confirmation. He would have seen that in the first place. Yes, the Scottish bench, they raise their arms, and why not? Tremendous play. Pressure kick now from Danny Brough.
Really tight angle this for Danny Brough. He's curled it in. It's a fantastic kick from the touchline, from the captain, leading by example. And 6 minutes gone here at the Blue Tongue Stadium, and Scotland lead by 6 points to 0. Well, we saw Ireland take a 14-0 lead against Samoa in the earlier game tonight, and Scotland with the perfect start at Gosford.
And fully deserved as well. Came about from that penalty. A very good kick right onto the right-hand side. And when they shifted it out here, as I mentioned before, Ian Henderson, that's the reason he's out there. His ball control is quite superb, and he sends in the winger John Steele. Well, surely they must have been buoyed, Ben, by the fact that Ireland have come up with a real shock win. And they know they can do it. Okay, they've got to score a lot of points to win tonight. But what a start for them.
They've carried that momentum, that spirit into their own game here, Scotland. And of course, Ireland would be awaiting them should they emerge triumphant by 28 points here. And Ben Fisher is away again. Has support. He's taken the tackle himself. He's still going, the Hull KR man.
Should have offloaded. He had Danny Brough on the inside. They could have blown it, and they have. They've come up with the error. Oliver Wilkes cannot believe it. He's blaming the man that's passing the ball. It didn't look too bad as far as I was concerned. This was a run from Fisher. The Fiji defence is all over the shop at the moment. Good tackle in the end there by Jared Hayne. It had to be. And then he just lost control. Looked with daggers at Danny Brough, saying it was a poor pass. Well, 2 golden opportunities from either side.
Great opportunity there for Oliver Wilkes as Semi Tajalala brings the ball away for Fiji. Of course, Scotland will be under pressure to keep the score clock ticking over, and that may be what was in Oliver Wilkes' mind. He's just too rushed. Just need to progress steadily, Scotland, and forget about this winning margin. Still looking for their first win in this tournament, of course. And a win against the Fijians by whatever scoreline would be a fantastic result for the Scots. The kick from Aaron Groom straight down the throat there of Michael Robertson.
Interesting to see that Fiji kicking early in the tackle count. Steve McCormack will be very happy indeed with a 6-point lead. Great defence, boy. Squeezed him. John Steele would have felt that.
Crunching tackle from Bakuya. Sims in the tackling now with Nick Bradley Kualalawa, but it's another Scotland penalty here. Nick Bradley Kualalawa is the guilty party, and Scotland with a chance now to make some good metres upfield. It's a great kick from Danny Brough, but it hasn't found touch. He was going for distance, and he hasn't put the ball out of play, and so Fiji get the possession back, and that's a terrible mistake from Danny Brough.
Well, what an error. Schoolboy stuff there from Danny Brough. He'll be pumped up though with a 6-point lead. He knows he was involved in a very good penalty down there, but he went for length and has not got away with it. But the defence is pretty solid.
Ilisoni Bonamataratu driven into the turf there by Ian Morrison. That was Nick Bradley Kualalawa. This is Divarvesi now. It's another good tackle, this time from Scott Logan over the top. 2 props combining there, Oliver Wilkes in there as well. It's a good run this from Aaron Groom. He's a lively opponent, Aaron Groom, the Canterbury scrum half. Offload comes in, but Brough has snaffled that, has he successfully?
There's a knock-on, first one.
First knock on. First knock on.
Scotland head and feed.
Scotland
Well, they're looking to get away with that.
At least it was Brough who made the error from the kick that was the first to atone for that mistake. 3rd Fiji error, and we've only had 10.5 minutes or thereabouts.
If there's one problem perhaps with Fiji is the fact that they're penchant be able to keep this ball alive. They definitely want to play outstanding rugby league football. We know what they're capable of, but can they do the basics right? Can they get the good, hard, solid defence?
Scotland working from the base of the scrum, and Duffy finds Michael Robertson, and Robertson is quick, he's offloaded here. Great work from Scotland as Wade Liddell goes forward. Was he tripped there? The temper's really firing up here.
Well, it was like a Cumberland throw. Listen to this crowd here. Henderson screaming at Leon Williamson, the New Zealand referee. Divarvesi was the prop forward that put on the Cumberland throw. Ooh, that's dangerous play. Ooh, Liddell would have felt it, little doubt about it. Henderson says, hey, and it was on. Ashton Sims running in, trying to sort it all out. Well, they fired up, Scotland especially.
Where's
Leon Williamson has taken control of the situation. Wes Nguama, the Fiji captain, called over, along with Divarvesi.
It's got to be put on report.
Okay, Wes, number 8, you've gone in, led with the leg and then the knee, and they made the tackle. Penalties against you for the leg trip. Be very careful, he's treading a very fine line. If he continues to do that, he may be going to sit down, all right? Wiz, get control of him.
Get control of him is the verdict from Liam Williamson. So a let-off really for Divar Vesi. Ioane Divar Vesi delighted to score that try against France.
And a big let-off for Danny Brough as well. He realises he went far too much distance. Didn't take a risk on this occasion. Can they keep it alive?
Great field position this for the Bravehearts. Danny Brough finds Ian Henderson. 13 on his back tonight, as we mentioned. Usually a hooker, Ian Henderson. This is Danny Brough again.
Ian Henderson is screaming at the official, saying it was a grapple tackle. Certainly would looked over the shoulders.
8 metres short, Logan plays the ball. This is Danny Brough, good ball as well. It's Oliver Wilkes, who's trapped 5 metres away from his own from the Fiji line, I should say. Brough. Good ball to Robertson. Can he get away, Michael Robertson? Only needs an inch. Michael Robertson so fast. Ian Henderson working to the short side, and on the tackle, the power play, Scotland, possibly the wrong option.
Well, when you've got the quality of John Duffy out there, and especially Danny Brough, utilising the short kick into the in-goal area, raises the arm. Ian Henderson knows he went for that power play, and it was not a good option. Bit of a problem. It looks like Aaron Groom, right shoulder.
That would be a big blow for Fiji if he were to depart the man of the match in that 42-60 feet of France.
Boy, the Scottish side, they are really fired up. They look a little bit stunned, this Fiji.
Crunching tackle from Chris Armitt, and that's Ian Morrison with a follow-up, aided by Mick Nanning there. Fiji still in their own 10-metre line, but within their own 10-metre line, but Divar Vesi manages to retain possession, but it's scrappy from Fiji. We saw some silky handling against the French. This Scottish pressure is causing 1 or 2 errors among the Fiji.
Well, the coach, Joe Dakitoga, has made it quite clear to everybody that they came to this World Cup. They wanted to impress. They wanted to show their skills. But they've got to do a little bit hard work in the forwards, and especially in their defensive line. Before they can start doing that, it just showed that they try to keep the ball alive even in their own quarter. Whoa.
It's John Steele. It's a massive hit there from Bonamatarato, I should say. Oh, and then Chris Armitt has surrendered the ball, and Bonamatarato now has possession offensively for Fiji. He'll play the ball just short of the 40-metre line. Bradley Kualalawa gets it on to Semi Tadjalala. Super League viewers know all about Semi Tadjalala. Bradford, former Wakefield man, of course. This is Savannah Karoy.
Fiji, they seem to be losing their shape. That's what they need, just to settle things down. Divar Vesi, big prop forward.
Handled well there by Ian Morrison. Nick Bradley Kualalawa. This is Jared Hayne. The danger man, that Jared Hayne. Really do need to close him down. 2006 NRL Rookie of the Year, the Fiji fullback. Here is Wes Naguama, the Fiji captain. Last one coming up for the Batty. Jared Hayne just drills that kick into touch. Sensible play from the fullback.
Smart play indeed. He knows that he just wants to calm things down. They're a little bit shell-shocked, conceding a try early. And what a night it'll be for the fullback Jared Hayne.
Bonamatarato on screen there, taking his place in this scrum. Tadjalala, the only survivor from the 2000 World Cup, each has one among them tonight who played in that tournament. Semi Tadjalala for Fiji and Scott Logan in the Scotland side. This is Mick Nanning meanwhile.
And then again you see the Fiji style, gang tackles straight in. Nothing that Nanning could do about that. Can Morrison take him through? It's good effort.
It was Semesi Tora who clung to his legs there, preventing further progress. And Ian Henderson.
He's done it again. They can't utilise this trip. Not standing square, but it looked to me as though he's going for the shoulder. And not surprisingly, Leon Williamson, the official, said, hey, come on. There are ways to tackle.
Just hold up, don't say anything yet.
Ashton Sims has been invited for a conversation.
Just bring him in here, thanks, mate. Where's? What he's doing is when I'm making a decision, he's getting in there, he's starting to give me a goal for it. I don't need any consent. It's not going to help you by him coming and gobbing off about something that's not in his control. I need you to control your condition. You're talking to me, mate, all right? Go back and join your team, you've had a warning. Right, Les?
The referee say dissent was the problem from Ashton Sims, and maybe a sign that this Scotland defence is getting to one or two of the Fijian players.
Well, you can see there that they're flying the bodies across.
Hold up. Come on, work with us, let's do it.
There's Buku Ui that tried to do the shoulder charge.
Wilkes played the ball. This is his front row partner Scott Logan. It's a great offload as well for Mick Nanning. Nanning, two of them get to him. Nick Bradley Kualaloa, one of those.
Good running there by...
Looking for the offload.
Good running. This is where the likes of Danny Brough has to take control.
Fisher skips into dummy half there. Duffy's pass. Great delay from Danny Brough. Didn't come off though because Kevin Henderson couldn't take the pass in. Frustration from the Scottish captain.
It's going to be interesting to see who gets head and feet here. It's going to be Fiji. Well, if that's the case, why didn't he play on? He said it's the second one. They had the opportunity. This is the first knock on. Deemed to have lost it, and he did. Kevin Henderson. And the second knock on, so no advantage either way. Head and feed. Just lost control to the centre.
Hold up, Sigurdsson. Lock in.
Shot of two of the three Henderson brothers there. Ian and Kevin. Andrew still to join the action from the bench.
Well, that was milked. The experience there of Semi Tajilala absolutely milked that from the referee. And they got away with it, and boy, do they need it. Because they were under the cosh. Tremendous start by Scotland.
A relieving penalty for Fiji, and Nick Bradley Kualaloa puts that ball at a sensible distance into touch. And he does fine touch, unlike Danny Brough a few minutes ago. Here's Divar Vesey now. Taken down by Morris, and Wilkes in there as well. 5 metres short of halfway, Fiji. Sukunaveta. Now it's Bonamatteratu over halfway. Ian Henderson in there alongside Wilkes. Ben Fisher as well. Samisi Tora is tackled. Again, it's Oliver Wilkes with some good work. He's getting through a lot of effort early on. Ashton Sims. More metres forward. Ian Morrison with the tackle. It's a great run out of dummy half from Sukunaveta.
Great work from the hooker. Short blind side.
Nick Bradley Kualaloa with a grubber. It's going to turn Michael Robertson around. He can't get out to the in-goal area. And so Scotland will be forced to drop out. Sensible play from the Manly fullback.
Pretty good build-up as well by Fiji, realising that they want to keep possession and as long as they can. Great work from the hooker though, wasn't it? Sukunaveta, pretty sharp as well. Good job that Fisher got there in time. Beautiful little chip through. Robertson made sure, didn't like the push at the end.
Dropout finds Jared Hayne on halfway. Divar Vesey to charge it back. Met well by Ian Henderson. Nanning completed the tackle. This time it's Oliver Wilkes in defence for Scotland, that time on Karoy. Bradley Kualaloa. Bonamatteratu. Inching closer, Fiji. Sukunaveta finds Aaron Groom, seems to be okay after that injury. It's Ashton Sims, I think, who's going to be put down here, taking a huge effort to bring him to the ground. In fact, it was the fullback Jared Hayne. This is Aaron Groom.
Oh, that was a high shot. And Oliver Wilkes did not miss with that one.
Hey, come on. Come on, don't come on, there's no reason to.
Well, he likes to chat, this New Zealand referee, Leon Williamson.
Keep it out of the head area.
Whoa. A shocker. Oliver Wilkes
Just keep him down, Wiz. Right?
just taps the little fella,
with us, mate.
Aaron Groom, and says, sorry, mate.
Wait, what are you doing? Cap, let me get in position. Can't take a lot on here.
Looks on in absolute
Okay, where you go?
amazement.
Where
Said
you
he
go?
nearly took my head off.
Fiji don't wish to go for 2 points. They're going to try and hunt the 4.
Move! Quickly! Come on, in
6 or so metres away from the Scotland line. Nick Bradley-Kualalawa. Aaron Groom now working across the line, brings in his captain, Wes Nguama. Big hit from Scott Logan.
2! Don't work him! Come on!
Plenty of tackles still to see out though here. Divar Vesi was the hooker. This is
Great defence by Scotland. They're not being sucked into the man with the playing the football. They're hanging back. They're going one-on-one mark. Indo has gone for the line.
Sukan Arveta short of the line. Desperate defence from Ian Morrison. It's going to be a dart over from 1 metre away. And the first try for Fiji. Well, will it be awarded? Leon Williamson is going to hand this one on. I think it was Karoi, Sebanaya Karoi for Fiji. He was only 2 metres out. Has he plunged over successfully here?
It doesn't look all that confident. Ooh, was that short? This is going to be a difficult one. He gets pretty close. No try. It's short, and he's losing it. So that's a knock on, and he knows it. The body language virtually said it all.
The facial expression as well from that replay.
I think Karoi will not be awarded this. They're hoping on the Fijian bench.
Sorry,
I think the question is about the restart, so it looks like Karoi has been denied that try. The players forming a scrum.
Just wait.
They know, and so does Karoi, that he was short. There was not a confident look on his face.
Leon Williamson just advising the players that the video referee's decision has to reach the screen.
I blinded early. It's coming down, that's all. It's a bit slow. Got to wait for the restart from the video.
Everyone's waiting for the scrum to form. The try is denied.
Well, it's spot on, isn't he, the official? Did you hear him say it takes a while? They're very slow in this World Cup. Sometimes it takes an age before we give them the decision one way or the other.
Come on, quicker, AD.
This is Ian Henderson. It's Kevin Henderson, I beg his pardon. Taken by Aaron Groom.
Hold.
And that's John Steele, the Scottish try scorer, drilled into the ground there by Semesi Tora.
Come on!
Steve McCormack making changes. Paul Jackson, his first taste of the action tonight. Neil Lowe also on for the bench for the Bravehearts. Semi Tajalala and broken play is dangerous. Duffy gets to him and the substitute Jackson.
Unusual kick there from Danny Brough. Thought on this left-hand side he'd go for a short one, long down into the corner. Decided to do the cross kick.
Bukuya plays the ball just short of halfway. Divar Vesi goes over that halfway line, but met by the 2 substitutes there, Jackson and Lowe for Scotland. Sukan Arveta. This is Ashton Sims. Kevin Henderson with the tackle alongside Wade Liddell there. Bona Mataratu charges in again. Chris Armitt over the top for Scotland. Last one coming up for Fiji. Jared Haynes' pass isn't the best. As Tora. The kick comes in eventually from the Nguama under pressure.
Wasted effort. No pressure applied to Wade Liddell.
Surrender!
And it's tough times for Joe Dakitoga.
Good.
The ex-Sheffield man, the Fiji coach Joe Dakitoga, you saw there, represented his country between 1992 and 96. John Steele plays the ball. Probing run this time, coming in from Wade Liddell.
This is the sort of play that'll be pleasing the coach Steve McCormack. They're doing all the basics right. Fisher goes for the kick.
The surrender tackle, and that was outside.
And again, not the best.
Drifted over to that Fijian left-hand side and returned with interest here Jared Hayne is dangerous with ball in hand. He showed that with those 2 tries against France. Hayne plays the ball, they've got to quick play the ball, and they've got a quick man in possession again as well. Uarte. Groom now. Bradley Kualalawa. Touched by John Duffy. Semi Tajalala will know it's the 0 tackle here. Gets the ball away though, and Aaron Groom has space in which to work. It was Macaulay on his shoulder, the substitute. Ashton Sims, Jared Hayne. This is ominous for Scotland. Almost into the last quarter of an hour of this first half. Sukunaveta gets the ball away this time from Macaulay.
Great defence there from Danny Brough. Went right down onto the ankles.
Divar Messi. Groom. This is Bradley Kualalawa. Gets the ball away as well. It's Karoy. And Karoy's got the ball further wide to Semi Tajalala. And Semi Tajalala scores for Fiji. The former Wakefield man, the Bradford star. He has Fiji on the board in this game. They work the ball to the left-hand side, and Tajalala too quick in the corner.
Beautiful work by the fullback Jared Hayne. Got them into a good position. And as soon as he got up to play the ball, there was all sorts of problems in their defence. You see how one are coming out, then they're hanging back. Good play by Bradley Kualalawa, and then the offload from the centre, and Semi Tajalala gets the Fijian side the try that they were looking for. Just committed himself out wide there, and soon as Liddell came in, it was an open passage. Nice step. Robertson couldn't do anything about that, and this is what it means. This is World Cup time. They celebrate great, these fellas.
Well, don't think that is Semi Tajalala, but the winger, he already World Cup pedigree, of course, faced Russia and Australia in the 2000 competition, but missed the clash with England. Well, Scotland wished that he'd missed the clash with them tonight already. The anthem begins to ring around the Blue Tongue Stadium.
It's an amazing country, Ben. I've been to Fiji so many times, and their ability to sing is unbelievable.
Wes Nguama, 7 goals in his first World Cup match of 2008 against France. A difficult chance over on that far side into blazing floodlight as well, and he's pulled that wide, and so Scotland have a 2-point lead at Gosford, still ahead by 6 points to 4.
Just watch the Scottish defence. Some are coming, some are hanging back. You can see there that Ian Henderson, McNannon had already committed himself. Liddell had nothing else to do but to come in and try to stop the centre, who offloaded to this fella Tajalala. Prolific try scorer. The one thing you do get with these Fijians, they are entertaining. They're not frightened to keep this ball alive any part of the field. They'll take the risks.
Semesi Tora will play the ball. The Scottish line is a good one though, and Karoy tackled well by Ian Morrison. This is Ashton Sims now. Again, there's 3 in there for Scotland initially. Good work from Paul Jackson upstairs alongside Chris Armitt. Untidy pass, and the knock-on results. And that Scottish pressure again has forced an error from Fiji.
Nah, it's come straight down in front of him.
Scotland have possession in this scrum, 22 or so metres away from the Fiji line.
And that's the sort of thing that they try to do all the time, and Macaulay just made a right meal of it. Right problem. Golden opportunity now for Scotland.
Hold up, come on. Come on.
Taking the time.
Michael Robertson in possession for the Scots. Run around with John Duffy. They're going backwards though, Scotland. It's a great tackle there from Karoy.
Read it well, didn't he, the big centre.
Here is Morrison. Charges into Sukanaveta's tackle. Fisher. John Duffy now. Ian Henderson looking for the support. Had a moment to offload it then before Sukanaveta got to him. Fisher. Danny Brough. Untidy ball again. On the bounce finds Kevin Henderson. Immediately wrapped up by two. Uarte is there. And it's the captain Nguama who completes the tackle. Appreciated by the Fiji fans in this stadium. Chris Armitt now offloaded the ball, and it took an alert Ben Fisher there to retain possession for the Bravehearts. Neil Lowe ships the ball left to Danny Brough, his captain. It's a raking kick. They've managed to pat it back, but Fiji have got it. Fiji have possession there in the shape of Bakuya. That was an important challenge to win.
Well, they went through a lot of dangerous period there. Not the best there. No one attempted to try to defuse the bomb. They allowed it to bounce. Could have gone anywhere. Bakuya came up with it.
Strong Fiji support echoes around the Blue Tongue Stadium. They're over halfway here. Critical phase in the match. Looking to go up a gear here, I think, the Fijians. Jared Haynes' kick is a good one. Will it stand up in the in-goal area? No, just too strong. So Scotland will restart on the 20-metre line.
Fiji have settled down slightly. They were pretty shocked with the opening gambit from Scotland when they scored. John Steele went over for that try. Such an important player, this Aaron Groom. Control things against the French. Man of the match. Took a knock early in this game. He seems to have shrugged it off. It was a shoulder injury. Just didn't hold up in the in-goal area. They'll be quite happy with that, though. They'll try to keep Scotland now penned down in their own quarter, and that's good defence.
McNannon inching away from his own line was Bradley Kualalawa and Divar Vasey who got to him. Kevin Henderson. Gareth Morton preparing to come on for Steve McCormack's side. Lowe plays the ball. Untidy play the ball, and a knock on. Took his eye off the ball there, the substitute Neil Lowe. That could be expensive for Scotland.
First of all, don't touch me.
Not happy, the man with the whistle. One of the players has touched him.
Thanks, mate. I'll have Hendo out for thanks.
Danny Brough this time invited to select a teammate. I think it was Ian Henderson.
First of all, Danny will deal with Hendo. Hendo, I don't need you like I've warned Fiji down there. Don't come running in and argue with me about the decision I've made, mate.
I don't want to get penalised. Look at the knees in.
No problems, mate. You go back and join your team. I don't need you coming out, mate. Danny, I need you to take control of your team, mate, all right? Your guys jumped forward, he's lost the ball. Plain and simple.
Ian Henderson trying to make a point about the knees in the tackle there from Fiji.
Come on now, let's restart play. Let's start again. Go in there.
Well, they paid the price of trying to be too smart and pushing the man away instead of getting on and doing the job that they're paid to do.
That's a lot better.
Neil Lowe made his international debut 9 years ago in a 36-16 defeat of Wales. That was at Partick Thistle. Do his teammates any favours there, and that's handed possession to Fiji. Nick Bradley Kualalawa's pass hands possession back, though. It was an ambitious ball, and Scotland swoop on it immediately in the shape of John Steele.
Well, they're becoming their own worst enemy, aren't they, Fiji? Only on the first tackle after they'd had a scrum win. To throw away possession like that. Joe Dakitoga, the coach, is in the next. He's next to us, and I'm telling you what, he is banging the roof. He's not happy with that at all.
Probing runs from Fisher and Ian Henderson, but Scotland forced back.
Ooh, could have been. He's got him for the flop. Oh, he's got to put a knock on.
It's Chris Armitt who surrendered the possession.
Well, Neil Lowe has thrown the ball away. Well, he's warned them. Keep your mouth shut. You can see Ashton Sims has got claret rolling down the ear. He'll have to have that tidied up. But watch this. Look at 17 there, Tora. If that wasn't a flop, what is?
Steve McCormack
have to change your jersey,
upset about one or two decisions in that France
You're gonna
opener.
have to change your jersey or blood all
It
over
amazes me. Why on earth do players continually backchat to the man with the whistle? You're never going to change his mind. You're never going to convince him any other way. And as the game progresses, he'll get fed up with you and may even give you a stint in the sin bin.
Take the ball off the field.
A game that started so well for Scotland has gone in Fiji's favour a little bit since they've had the majority of the possession.
Been pretty impressed with the defence of Scotland at certain times. Just only on a couple of occasions out wide on that right-hand side. I think that's the major reason why Steve McCormack's taken McNannon off.
Makalai plays the ball. That was Sukarnoveta and now Divarvesi. Neil Lowe with the tackle. In fact, it was Wasele. It was Bukuya who tried to get the ball away. Fiji, the trademark is to throw this ball around, and that could be where Scotland could profit.
And the way that they play, it's as though it's like a game in a little park down the road. They're so relaxed.
Move! Quickly, man!
Wasele plays the ball. Aaron Groom working with Jared Hayne. Hayne is dangerous. There's three in there for Scotland. Good work from Danny Brough.
Now to keep a good eye on Jared Hayne as well.
Aaron Groom. Banana kick from Groom.
Too long. Oh, it's taken over.
Well, Michael Robertson has caught that on the full in his in-goal
Just in
area,
time.
so they will not restart on the 20-metre line.
Not happy with it. Kick from Groom, far too long.
Ian Henderson leads the charge for the Scots.
Oh, it's on. It's on. The two loose forwards. They are going hammer and tong.
Ian Henderson and Jason Bukuya in back play there. Ashton Sims has a word or two as well, and everyone is in there. There is no shortage of passion at the Blue Tongue Stadium.
Say that again, Ben. Ian Henderson, he's been non-stop. Bukuya, he said, I'm not having any of this. Here, cop this. And he did. I think he made his mark as well.
First drinking man.
See how he plays the ball and then goes for him, swings. And oh, not many handbags in there. There's contact.
Okay. I think they're going to sit
I
out.
think both of them will go over 10 minutes in the sin bin for all this.
Yep. Yep.
Loose forwards will have clashed in the NRL as well.
Yep.
Bukuya for Cronulla, Ian Henderson for the New Zealand Warriors.
And yep.
Stephen
Yep.
Clark, the video official, just briefing the referee
number
Liam
13,
Williamson.
Jason.
He will call out both loose forwards.
Just listen to what I've got to say. Well, you've thrown the first punch in the altercation. You've come up, you've actually had to kick at him first and then got up and thrown a punch. Penalty's going against you. Now's the time for you to take control of your team. If you don't, I'm going to deal with it in another man. I've spoken to you twice now. It's not good enough. We're here to play football. All right? Go and join your team. And
Boy, he's a lucky fella.
Danny, be very careful what you say. Be very careful what you say. Same goes for you, Hendo. Be careful what you say. I don't know, the penalty's going against them, but what I don't need you doing is reacting to it. You're always going to get the penalty. There's no need for you to go and start throwing punches. Now, this is the second time I've also spoken to you, Danny. I said the same to the captain over there, and I'm saying the same to you. You take control of your team, or I'm going to deal with them in another manner. All right? It's your final warning. Hey, mate, you've had... Let's move on, all right? You've got the penalty. Move on.
Ian Henderson advised to walk away.
Look at the lump on his head. Boy, he pushed him to one side. Then it was a push. Well, I think he's got it wrong. To me, it appeared to me as though Ian Henderson threw the first. Either way, Scotland be quite happy with it. And you can see a huge lump on the head of the loose forward Ian Henderson. Whoa, I'm enjoying this. I'm not so sure he is. Look at that. That's been boiling for more than 2 minutes, that egg.
Jackson played that ball. This is Neil Lowe, and Scotland trying to channel that aggression now in these last 5 minutes. Ahead by 2. 28 points, of course, the winning margin. This is John Steele, the winning margin they require, I should say, to top the group and set up that totally unexpected semi-final qualifier against Ireland, who performed so heroically earlier tonight. And Ian Henderson is pushed over the sideline.
Well, I'm surprised that Henderson tried to go down that very shallow blind side. They really needed to keep possession of the football. I keep mentioning it, but when you've got such a talented kicker like Danny Brough, that should have been sent right into midfield. Pretty high attempt. Didn't like it, but had he lost it, either way, the judge had the flag up.
No wins in the 2000 World Cup competition for Scotland. They just want a victory tonight. Get them off and running in World Cup competition. Gareth Morton with a tackle there alongside fellow substitute Paul Jackson. And Jared Hayne in there again for Fiji. Inside the last 4 minutes of this first half. Tight contest at the Blue Tongue Stadium.
Well, it's certainly been a tough encounter. And it's a knock-on. Good work by the Scottish defence. Ashton Sims. Boy, there's some sledging going on out there.
Paul Jackson congratulating Mick Nannin there on his determination to force the mistake from Fiji. The Scotland side are really pumped up for this.
Okay, quickly get in, come
As
on.
is Ashton Sims, he's
That's a better set.
one or two words to say
That's a lot
throughout
better
this
than
match.
that. Boys, keep the discipline.
He's got a hard job on his hands as this referee, Williamson. There's some bad blood building out there. It's non-stop chatter.
Come on, stand
Scotland
up.
find themselves inside the Fiji half. Chris Army, run on the second tackle. Ben Fisher waits. That's Neil Lowe spinning. A moment for the opponents. A great tackle though from Bradley Kualalawa that locked up the ball. Fisher, Brough. Now it's Duffy. Tajalala slips. This could be interesting for Scotland. Nick Nannin's managed to get the ball away. That was some great silky handling on that Scottish right-hand side.
Nearly took advantage there. Tajalala slipped.
Here is Brough. Paul Jackson. This would give Scotland real heart going into the second half. They can get over again. This
In
is the
goal
last
area.
one now. Danny Brough. Grubber
Too
kick.
strong.
Too strong. Well, it looked for a moment as if Uarte was going to field that. Pulled away at the last moment.
20 metre.
Disappointing, and Danny Brough knows it. It's a great position there for Scotland.
Well, I don't know what the coach Steve McCormack has been giving these boys, but raw meat, I think. They are well and truly up for it. Just a touch too strong. Took the gamble there, did Uarte.
Speaking to the Scotland coach Steve McCormack yesterday, he's very aware of the physical threat posed by the Fiji side, and Scotland really have fronted up in that department in this first 38 and a half minutes.
Good work, good work.
Oh, again.
Macaulay knocks on. Scotland have a gilt-edged chance here to cross again before the break. Danny Brough knows the urgency of this. Kevin Henderson now. It's Divock Vesey who's flat out. John Duffy picks up on the bounce.
Didn't look well, the prop forward, Divock Vesey.
In fact, it's the hooker,
It's hooker, is it?
Sukunavita.
Ball down. Ball down, tackle two.
Sukunavita really went in low into the tackle, and the hooker felt it. Just went in awkward. Couldn't get the head out the way. Not the best way to execute the tackle. The head right into the ribcage. Whew. Kevin Henderson, yeah.
Was the guilty party there.
Well, this is where Scotland really have to just set up for a planned move. Only seconds of this first half remaining, and what the first 40 minutes we've had everything.
That'll be tackle
John
two.
Duffy plays the ball. Fisher
Come on.
finds Paul Jackson. Inside the last minute of this first half, Scotland, they're going to score, they need to do it quickly. Fisher, this time for Neil Lowe. Low is tackled by 3 Fijians there, led by Supanavita, who suffered that injury a few moments ago. Danny Bruff's kick off the outside of the foot. It's going to hold up in the in-goal area. There's 2 chasing it. Ian Henderson is 1. Again, it's going to be handed on by Liam Williamson. There were 2 in there to claim the try. It doesn't matter who it is for Scotland, as long as the 4 points is awarded. This could be a massive decision in the last 30 seconds of this first half.
Beautiful kick there from Danny Bruff. They're all onside. Or his number... Oh, I think it's Chris Harmit. Now then, is he just in front? No, it's Ian Henderson. Now the full-back, Michael Robertson, is going through there. I think it's Robertson that gets a hand to it first. This will be a try if he can get the hands on it. It's a try, all right. It's a try, okay. But was Ian Henderson, who is involved in this movement, is he in front? I've little doubt that the grounding is okay from Robertson. He gets his hand on it. This will be given. What a boost! With only seconds of the first half remaining, Danny Bruff has come up with an absolute belter of a kick. And Robertson and Ian Henderson, they celebrate, but I think Robertson will be given the nod. This will be a TRY.
Has Michael Robertson, who got 3 tries for Manly in that grand final win over Melbourne, scored a crucial try here. We wait. This is a massive decision. The try is awarded to Michael Robertson, and Scotland will go into half-time, possibly with a 12-4 lead. They needed that second try to maintain momentum, and now Michael Robertson goes over for a crucial 4-pointer.
It just shows you if you come up with the error, and that's what they did. It bounced all over the place. It nearly was a case of too many cooks spoil the broth. Scottish broth at that. Great work there by the Manly fullback, Michael Robertson. And he celebrates with Ian Henderson. And he won't mind Ian Henderson with that big lump on his head, because this surely should turn it into 12. And he does.
Danny Bruff from right in front of the posts converts that try, and Scotland, who need to win this, remember, by 28 points. At the break, at the Blue Tongue Stadium, lead by 12 points to 4. They have plenty to do in this second half, but it's all going well so far. At half-time, Steve McCormack's men lead by 12 points to 4.